This is Brother J the Protege, bringing you SCS, 7 City Sounds. And here is SCS Presents.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Holiday with 7 City Sounds SCS. And today we have our very first guest with us, our musical guest, and it is Dominique the Ace Pacheco. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing lovely, doing lovely. Good to be here.
I'm glad to have you. So tell me, who is Dominique the Ace?
Well, Dominic Pacheco is just a guy who, grew up in New York City. But the Ace is pretty much an artist in the 757 area who has been working on music for a very long time, just trying to get his name out there, and who's working with a independent label called Angie Music Group. And basically through Angie Music Group, I've been able to get my dream out there as far as work on music and do different types of shows. And pretty much Angie, just like the slogan, they make dreams possible. So.
Okay. So tell me, what other projects do you got going on? Do you foresee in the future with Angie? What do you guys got going on?
Well, currently I have a project that's out right now called It's Only the Beginning on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and you can always get hard copies at booktheace@gmail.com. But for the future projects, I have 2 projects that are actually in the works right now. Back to Business, which is another project of mine, and More Than a Dream, which is going to be my 3rd project. So Back to Business will be my 2nd, and More Than a Dream will be my 3rd. And as far as after that point, it's all in God's hands, and after that point, so.
That's right, He does lead us. He does lead us. So tell me, what is the inspiration? Which this is your music that's playing in the background.
This is currently my music.
This is your music.
Off my album, It's Only the Beginning, on iTunes, Google Play, everything. Sorry, I had to put that plug in there.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I see you plugged it. But we're gonna plug it for you. And tell me, what was your inspiration? What was your inspiration for this CD?
Well, my inspiration, one of my favorite artists is Nas. Nas' whole body of work is just amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten a lot of inspiration off Nas, including saying his name a couple times on this album, give him a little credit, you know what I'm saying? That's my inspiration. But really, my inspiration is just my life, as far as just living my life through this music and giving people a little bit of me through the lyrics of my songs. But that's basically what inspires me to make music every day. I got a lot of positive music, and I'm really just giving them everything that I am in my songs.
Right, because it does, and it's very refreshing and to find somebody, just giving more of an inspirational message is what we need, something with a great beat, but it's catchy, but it's more inspirational and inspiring on young people nowadays. So tell me, besides doing that through your music, are there any other community programs that you're involved with, anything you got going on with the community?
Well, I like to do a lot of stuff on the side as far as hosting. So I tend to host. The biggest thing that I host for is one of my good friends. His name is Joshua Banks. He has his own company that promotes fitness, not with just adults, but a lot of kids too. It's called Flex Your Fitness. So I'm very involved with him and very supportive of what he does. And every year we do a kids bash where we bring the kids out there and we just do a whole bunch of different activities with the kids. And it's DJed by a DJ around this local area called DJ J-Rock. And last year we had it at Dre Blythe's Field, the former football player, Dre Blythe's Field, and he comes over and it's just a big blowout of kids just having fun. And that's basically one of the things I like to do as far as just to help back the community and give back.
I gotta tell you, I gotta say, the first song that I heard off the track, when I first listened to it, the way it came in, because you come in with this, that style, that harshness, I was like, when you walked in, I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? I did not expect this image. I was thinking somebody that was another one, with the pants hanging down, I wasn't expecting this, so it kind of took me by surprise.
Well, I'm not trying to be like everybody else. What I'm trying to do is I'm just comfortable in my own skin. I really just want to be me. I'm not trying to be anybody else. And on this album, it's pretty much, that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you a complete dose of myself. And that's just who I am, and that's really who the Ace really is. He's just himself, a guy who's comfortable in his own skin, just really trying to tell a story. Like, yeah, do I dress, like that? Sometimes it depends. If I'm doing a show, of course, you have to dress for the occasion. But, if I take my lady out to a nice date, it's nice to dress up nicely, and, you don't want to be baggy pants, and, my girlfriend says she hates to see my underwear and stuff like that. We're out, so.
But you're grown,
yeah. But I'm grown. But you gotta have that. You gotta have the sexy swag too. But right now, I'm just comfortable. His interview is very lovely. Just here, it's very comfortable.
Okay, well that's good. We want you to be comfortable here at 7 City Sounds. Okay, and tell me something. Where do you see yourself in about 5 or 10 years as far as your music goes?
About 5 to 10 years, I really hope to have these 3 projects done and working on the next project, because to me, it doesn't really stop, and it shouldn't stop. Like, it's a relentless grind as far as to get your music out there, and I just love making music for the sake of making music, even if I make no money off of it. I just like making music because it's what I love to do. So it's something that I'm going to continue doing, and something I'm going to help others with.
And then I know you mentioned briefly earlier some of the things that you do as far as helping in the community. Like, do you see any other things? I mean, being from this area, you see some of the issues or some of the things that are affecting our community today. What other ways do you see yourself can get involved out there and help out as far as community?
Well, what I would like to do is, I know everyone's out there as far as like trying to stop the violence and do all this other stuff around the community, but my thing is, though, I want to help others realize their dream too. Like I said in the lyric in my line, my true desire is to inspire. As far as, hopefully they see what I do and they see the opportunities that I have and they think that they can do it too. And hopefully, if I was to advance more music, I would be able to help the community out, help other people live their dreams as far as do music. Because it's not easy. And that's why I have a lot of other feature artists on this album. I have about 6 feature artists on this album, because I feel like we can all do it together. Why is everyone out there trying to do it individually? Let's combine our efforts and we can all do it together. And that's what I would want to do back to the community, give back to the community in that way, as far as help other people realize their potential and give them opportunities that they might not be able to get by themselves, because we really can do this together.
And that sounds great. That sounds wonderful. I mean, and then also with the message that you're giving out, one of inspiration, you know what I'm saying? It just makes it even that much more special. Actually, I hear there's a bit of a story behind this first CD. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is more of a story as far as what made this album and what made me want to make this album. I was in a position where I had just got out of my second label I was working with, and I couldn't really find myself as an artist. I actually thought about quitting at one point because I didn't know what kind of artist I wanted to be. And I started working with A&G Music Group. And one of their producers / engineers, Manny Gonzalez, recorded me, and he's recorded a whole bunch of other artists. And me and him worked a lot together. And it was just one time that we came in the studio, and he really gave me a lot of what people call constructive criticism. And nowadays, constructive criticism is hard because not a lot of people can take it. Some people choose to go one route, either they take it personal, or some people actually do what I did and try to hit the drawing board back over. So that's what I did, started from scratch. And I basically cleaned the slate, started this whole album from scratch. Found myself as far as who I wanted to be as an artist, because he really called me out on it and told me, what am I doing? Like, what type of music do you really want to make? What kind of artist do you really want to be? And I took it and ran with it. I found what kind of artist I wanted to be. And then after that point, I came out with my single, Into You, featuring my boy Jay Nunn, my boy Jesse Nunn, who's been on X Factor and American Idol and stuff like that. So I contacted him, and it was all rap from there. Came out with a single. It was very inspiring. Manny loved it. He gave me praise on it, stuff like that. So it was very, inspiring to me to see that I took that constructive criticism that way. And that's what I try to get to other people too. Like, when I give people constructive criticism, it's not because I'm critiquing you to critique you. It's because I'm trying to make you better. And that's what I feel he did for me. He did that for me, and I took it the route and made myself better for it. And since that point, it's been a wrap for the album.
Well, a good artist never stops learning his craft. He never stops perfecting. So that's just wonderful to hear. And right now, if you could say anything in the world, if you could say anything to your fans out there, what would you tell them? What would be your message, your inspirational message to them out there?
I would just tell them, never give up on your dreams, because you never know how close you are. At the end of the day, this is your dream to live, no one else's. So if you feel like you can do this, go out and give it 110%. And don't let no one tell you otherwise.
Well, once again, why don't you tell us how we can get a copy of your music, get a signed copy that sent out to us, Tell us how we can get a hands-on a copy of this.
Okay. Let's show them what it looks like.
This is what it looks like, guys. So when you send in that, that's it.
You can get a copy of my album. It's on the beginning on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon. If you want a hard copy, you can just email booktheace, DAACE, booktheace@gmail.com for your signed hard copies. And outside of that, you can always listen to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music. It's on all the major networks. So we're just out here trying to get it. A&G Music Group.
Shout out a few people up here.
I got a couple shout outs. First things first, I'd like to thank God, of course, because without him none of this is possible. A&G Music Group, all the artists that are featured on this album, J Nunn, Infinite, Steph Love, Curtis Harris, all the artists that are on this album. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I would just love to thank God. I love to thank Miss Kim over here, because that interview was excellent and I appreciate you a lot.
And I appreciate you for coming out.
Oh, thank you. Had a good time over here. Like I said, without God, none of this is possible. So
that's right, y'all. It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning.
Available on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Spotify, everything. A&G Music Group, we're taking over.
We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Join us next time when we bring you the local artists and talent from Hampton Roads, Virginia. This has been an SCS production, 7 City Sounds.